Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's lesson, I will give you 46 words that do not have a plural form. That means these words have the same form whether they are used to give a singular meaning or a plural meaning. These words are called uncountable words. They cannot be modified by a numeral without a specific unit of measurement. So we do not use a, an, or many before these words. For example, we do not say a furniture, an advice, a salt, or many news. To express uncountable words as a quantity, we may use what is called quantifiers before them. These quantifiers may be words such as some. We may say some salt, or a piece of. We may say a piece of furniture, or words such as much. We may say much water, or a lot of, like a lot of news. In English, these uncountable words that do not have a plural form are grouped into categories. Here are 4 of the most common categories used: mass, abstract concept, food, and natural substance. In this lesson, I will give you a list of some of the words that fall in each category, and I have placed them in sentences that express a plural meaning. For some of them, I will give you the words that may be used as quantifiers. Let us start with words under the category called mass. First, I will call the word, then give it to you in a sentence and name a quantifier if necessary. May I just ask, if you have not as yet subscribed to this channel, please do so now as I continue to bring you insightful English grammar lessons to improve your knowledge of English. So under the category mass, our first word is furniture. The antique shop displayed various styles of unique furniture. So you will note that even though the antique shop is selling many pieces of furniture, we do not pluralize furniture. If we want to quantify it, we may say some furniture or a piece of furniture. Next is equipment. The gym is equipped with state-of-the-art equipment for workouts. So even though the gym has several pieces of equipment for workouts, the word equipment is not pluralized. We may quantify it by saying some equipment or a piece of equipment. So from here on, I will just call the uncountable word, read the sentence that gives a plural meaning of the word, and tell you what the quantifiers are. Homework. The students were encouraged to complete their homework on time. Quantifiers may be some homework or a lot of homework. Money. Investors diversify their investments across different money markets. Quantifier, a lot of money. Jewelry. That little gift store sells jewelry from all regions of the world. Quantifier may be some jewelry or a piece of jewelry. Transportation. There are different modes of transportation available to commuters. We may use the quantifier mode or type of transportation. Luggage. Luggage is one of the words that we often hear being used incorrectly by English speakers. They tend to pluralize it, but it's not pluralized, it's just luggage. Travelers carried their heavy luggage through the airport. We may say some luggage or pieces of luggage to quantify it. Oxygen. Many tanks of oxygen were delivered at the hospital. To quantify oxygen, we may say percentage of oxygen. Electricity. Homes are powered by different electricity sources like wind and solar. Again, we may say some electricity if we wish to quantify it. Mail. The post office delivered different types of mail, including letters and packages. News. Now, news ends with an S, but it's not there to pluralize it. That's just the word. Newspapers report various types of news from local to international events. We may say some news or a piece of important news if we wish to quantify news. Gasoline. The gas station sells unleaded and premium gasoline. We may say a liter of gasoline if we wish to quantify gasoline. Offspring. These lovely kittens are the offspring of my neighbor's cat. So even though offspring here refers to several kittens, it is not pluralized. Accommodation. Accommodation is another of the English words that we hear some people put an S on when they're speaking of it in a plural form, but that is incorrect. The government is providing temporary accommodation for families affected by the storm. We may say some accommodation to quantify it. Feedback. The principal promised to give us feedback about the new policy. We may say some feedback or a lot of feedback if we wish to quantify feedback. Our next category is abstract concept. Abstract concepts are words that do not represent a physical substance. They may be words that express an idea, a concept, or a feeling. Our first word is advice. I sought advice from different experts before making a decision. To quantify, we may say a piece of advice or some advice. Next, we have happiness. Do you believe there are different types of happiness? Next is education. Access to quality education is essential for everyone. Research. The students will be doing research on several topics for their chemistry assignments. We may say a research project if we wish to quantify research. Knowledge. Students gained knowledge from diverse academic disciplines. Information. The seminar provided attendees with multiple valuable information. And to quantify information, we may say some information or an important piece of information, words like that. Time. The project required time and efforts from all team members. Music. The festival featured different genres of music from around the world. Poetry. Poetry is a powerful means of conveying emotions and thoughts. Wisdom. There are lots of wisdom to be gained from elders. Bravery. Soldiers display various forms of bravery during missions. That's it for abstract concept. So you see, I have given you these sentences to show you how these words may be used to give a plural meaning, even though the word cannot be pluralized. Our next category is food. Our first word is milk. Milk is a nutritious beverage that provides essential vitamins. Rice. The market offered various types of rice, including brown and white. We may say a bale of rice or some rice to quantify rice. Coffee. Coffee will be served to all the participants at the seminar. And to quantify, we may say a cup of coffee. Bread. Coffee and bread will be provided for the residents at the shelter. To quantify bread, we may say a slice of bread or a loaf of bread. Sugar. The supermarket sold various types of sugar, such as brown and granulated. And to quantify sugar, we may say a spoon of sugar. Salt. The chef used salt from different regions to enhance the flavor of his dish. To quantify salt, we may say a pinch of salt or a lot of salt. Butter. Several types of butter was placed on the table. We may say a stick of butter to quantify butter. Cheese. The dairy shop sold a wide variety of international cheese. We may say a slice of cheese or a wedge of cheese to quantify cheese. Fish. The cook prepared a delicious dish of fish and chips. We may say a piece of fish or a slice of fish. Now let's go on to the category called natural substance. Air. The fresheners contained different air fragrances. Water. We have both spring and purified water at home. To quantify, we may say a lot of water or a glass of water. Hair. The wig maker uses different types of hair to make her wigs. And we may say a strand of hair. Fire. Fire broke out at several residences due to a gas leak. Gold. Her engagement ring was made from pure gold. Sand. No one can count the grains of sand on the beach. And this sentence already used the quantifier, grains of sand. We could also say much sand as another quantifier. That ends our categories, but please note, there are some words that do not have a plural form, but they can be used in both the singular and plural forms. That means the singular verb is and the plural verb are can be used with them. Examples of these words are shrimp, moose, sheep, and swine. So we may say one shrimp or many shrimp. The moose is or the moose are, which means there are several moose. One sheep is or several sheep are. One swine is or several swine are. So these words are not pluralized, but we can use the plural verb with them. So for example, the sheep is bleating. That means one sheep is bleating. If we say the sheep are bleating, it means more than one sheep are bleating. Well, that's it for this lesson. I hope you found it helpful. Please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss any of my lessons. Thank you again for joining. I appreciate it. See you next time. Bye-bye.